Welcome to the Busy Signal. My name is Jim, and this is my retrostalgic 80s, 90s, and early 2000s podcast. This show aims to salute all the stuff from back in the day that is now extinct or quickly going that way. The Busy Signal, episode 57. Thanks for listening. Well, we're really in the thick of it now. Holiday season's in full swing, and sometimes it takes a little jumpstart to get us into that holiday mood. And this is where TV Christmas specials come in. Back in the day, there was some really amazing holiday entertainment to choose from. I don't know what it is, but there's just really something magical about a TV Christmas special. The mix of bright lights, canned laughter, fake snow, and all the holiday music that hits you like just in the nostalgia, right? These weren't just episodes or made-for-TV movies. These were moments that you waited all year for, marked on a calendar, taped on VHS, and guarded like holiday treasure. So cozy up on the couch with some hot cocoa and your favorite blanket because we're headed over the river and back in time to remember some of my favorite TV Christmas specials from back in the day. First up on our trip down TV's tinsel-trimmed memory lane, we're headed back to 1982. When Saturday mornings were sacred, cereal bowls were bottomless, and the Smurfs were blue mushroom-dwelling royalty. Having been born in 1981 myself, this is the first Christmas special that I have memory of. It was played every year, so even as a 5- and 6-year-old, I have vivid memories of watching this one. I mean, listen, it's the Smurfs. It's a Hanna-Barbera production, so of course it's going to be awesome, right?
The Yuletide brings adventure for the Smurfs in the Smurfs Christmas Special.
All my little Smurfs look so happy. This may be the best holiday celebration we've ever had. Christmas Eve. Oh, I hate holidays. But Christmas I despise most of all. Just think of those miserable blue Smurfs out there, making their little presents, exuding all their love and good cheer. I won't have it.
The Smurfs Christmas Special this Friday at 7.
The Smurfs are celebrating Christmas, Gargamel's up to no good, a grandfather and his 2 grandkids get attacked by a cloaked stranger who seems to have, I guess dark holiday magic? Anyway, the Smurfs, led by Papa Smurf, have to save themselves, the old man and his grandkids, and Gargamel from the evil stranger. How? By singing a magical Smurf song. Duh. Goodness makes the badness go away, and poof, the stranger vanishes. Problem solved. Let's all eat Smurfberry pudding. Merry Christmas. For a lot of kids growing up in the early 80s, this was one of the first animated Christmas specials they remember watching, just like me. An annual rerun tradition for years. It's whimsical, it's warm, it's a little weird, and it's a perfect snapshot of early 80s Saturday morning magic. Now let's head to 1987, when America's favorite lasagna-loving fat cat found some Christmas magic of his own.
Thursday,
Merry Christmas, City Slicker.
America's favorite fat cat is going home for the holidays.
Gadgets, toys, greed.
A Garfield Christmas.
For a character built on snappy one-liners and selfish gluttony, this special somehow became one of the coziest, most heartfelt Christmas cartoons of the decade. The story literally takes Garfield and Odie out of their usual suburban routine and drops them at John Arbuckle's family farm for an old-fashioned holiday. The recipe is good. Crackling fireplace, handmade ornaments, family bickering, and the kind of country Christmas warmth you could practically feel through the TV tube. What really makes this special stand out, especially coming from the more manic cartoons of this era, is its surprising tenderness. Garfield softens just enough to show that even the grumpiest of cats can enjoy family traditions and the meaning of the season. The runaway star of this show isn't Garfield, it's John's grandmother. Her mix of spunk and grit is just really fun. And the way she and Garfield bond give this special an emotional depth just not found typically in Garfield cartoons. This stuck with 80s kids long after the credits rolled. Obviously, there's still loads of humor and snarky one-liners stuffed in along with the sentiment, but this is one of my favorites, a true annual rewatch tucked in amongst the Rudolphs, Charlie Brown. It's sweet, it's simple, and it captures a kind of homemade holiday charm that we just don't see much anymore. It's a comfort classic Christmas cartoon. And if you're looking for more of Grandma, check back in Garfield's Thanksgiving special. She's perfect there, too. Hang on, because now we're jumping to the tail end of the 90s. Listen, I know that we just came out of 1987, and there's a ton of Christmas specials. There's a bunch that I love that I'm not going to get into this episode because that would be impossible. Because every television show, every cartoon from the 80s, 90s, and early O's has a special Christmas episode or a standalone movie. This is just a quick handful of specials that I especially enjoyed. If you have suggestions for Christmas specials that I should have covered, hit me up on Instagram at BusySignalCast. I'll take it into serious consideration for part 2 of this episode, next holiday season. Anyway, back to 1999 for a Christmas special that was quirky, clever, and very of its time. Olive, the Other Reindeer. Premiering on Fox, this special took a simple pun, all of the other reindeer, and spun it into a full, heartwarming holiday adventure starring a dog who genuinely believes she's destined to save Christmas.
From the hit book and the creator of The Simpsons, an all-new holiday spectacular. With music from REM's Michael Stipe, voiced by Ally McBeal's Peter McNichol,
You've got to get to the North Pole.
and starring Drew Barrymore.
Join me for this Fox holiday event.
Olive, the Other Reindeer, next Friday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Olive, voiced by Drew Barrymore, isn't anything close to your typical holiday hero. She's not magical, she's definitely not a reindeer, and she's certainly not prepared to take on a Christmas crisis exacerbated by a crazy mail carrier. But when she overhears Santa on the radio saying he needs all of the other reindeer, she misinterprets it, and she takes it as a personal calling and heads straight for the North Pole. That setup alone captures the offbeat, irreverent charm of late 90s animation. The first thing that jumps out at you is its style. It's produced by Matt Groening's team. The animation is a little Futurama meets The Simpsons. The animation really does have a personality of its own. Not to mention the cast, Drew Barrymore, Ed Asner, and if you go to IMDb, it is just a 90s who's who of voice actors. You've known these voices for decades. And the music includes songs from Michael Stipe, REM, who also has a character in the movie, and that really does give this special a uniquely 90s indie alt flavor. At the end of the day, Olive the Other Reindeer is about believing you can do something even when you're wildly unqualified. Olive's optimism and determination, despite having a total misunderstanding of the situation, helped her save Christmas for everyone. And if that's not a recipe for a proper Christmas special, I don't know what is. Don't sleep on Olive the Other Reindeer. And now we're going to head into the new millennium for one of the weirdest, most spastic, and chaotic holiday specials ever to air on Cartoon Network.
I am sorry I wrapped you up, Eddie. Merry Christmas!
Ed, Edd and Eddy's Jingle, Jingle, Jangle. If you were familiar with Ed, Edd and Eddy, you already know that nothing in Peach Creek ever went normally. And Christmas was no exception. The special, like most of the shows, center on Eddie, who, shocker, has one thing on his mind. Presents. He's convinced that his brother, the mysterious legend that we've heard about for years before ever meeting him in the show, must have gotten way more Christmas gifts growing up than he currently was getting. So Eddie hatches an insane scam to get himself onto everyone else's nice list, while literally doing as little actual niceness as possible. What unfolds during this special is classic Ed, Edd and Eddy energy. Slapstick mayhem, cartoon physics, maniacal laughter, and a level of holiday desperation only Eddie could achieve. And of course you've got Double D trying to keep the peace and order, as well as Ed fully leaning into his own disturbing holiday fantasies. All of this while the cul-de-sac reacts in the most unhinged ways imaginable, wrapped up in that squiggly line animation style that defined the early 2000s Cartoon Network era. But beneath all the noise and the scams, the special sneaks in a little holiday heart. And by the end, Eddie's motivations, however ridiculous, come from wishing for the same warm family Christmas he thinks everyone else had. It's rough around the edges, but it is a hilariously sincere December staple for a generation of kids who loved Cartoon Network. Alright, I've saved maybe not the best for last, but it might be the most interesting. And I'm not going to tell you what it is right away. I'm not going to tell you the title or the year that it came out. I'm going to describe the story plot and some of the characters, but not by name. Then I'm going to give you a moment to try and figure out what we're dealing with here. But I'm sure this is going to sound quite familiar to you. This special takes place in the home of a child. We quickly learn that in this child's room, their toys come to life when no one's in sight. The main character happens to be the child's favorite toy and was a gift the previous year. Upon hearing that new toys are going to be received by the child this year, our main toy character doesn't take this very well. And indeed, a new special toy comes into the home, a flashy new space toy. The space toy is brash, headstrong, confident, and it clashes perfectly with our main character's old school ego. This dynamic highlights the message that toys may be replaced, but that doesn't mean that they stop being loved. And by the end, this becomes a story of friendship, not favoritism. It's about being there for people and the other toys in the room. Okay, like I said, I'm going to give you a moment. If you think you know what movie I'm talking about, go ahead, say it out loud. If somebody else is in the room, let them know. See what you think. You got a good idea? Because I'm going to tell you right now, it is not the 1995 blockbuster Toy Story from Disney and Pixar. It's not. This is a Jim Henson production from 1986. It's called
The Christmas Toy. So step into the playroom when no one's looking and see what really goes on.
It's Christmas Eve!
But Christmas Eve isn't easy when your last year's toy...
Nobody is taking my place.
What'll happen when it's time to open the presents? Find out by watching The Christmas Toy this Sunday night at 8/7.
Now, to be clear, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm just saying Toy Story has a lot of things in common with The Christmas Toy. Although I will say, in true 80s fashion, The Christmas Toy is a little disturbing and possibly distressing to children. In The Christmas Toy, if a toy gets caught by being alive, it freezes forever. It dies. A definite improvement on this concept was made in Toy Story, and we see that in the end of the first movie with Sid, right? Like, toys aren't dying. They can come alive and they can show other people that they're alive if they choose to. Like, that's okay. Unlike Toy Story, though, this is also a musical, so there's a lot of things going on. But really, if you've seen Toy Story, this is almost like Toy Story beta. But I suppose, as it was recently pointed out to me, Disney owns Toy Story, and Disney also owns pretty much Jim Henson stuff, Muppets. So they probably did borrow that idea, and it was probably all okay because it's all Disney. They own everything, don't they? Right? This was a made-for-TV movie. It was sponsored by Kraft Foods, and it was opened up by Kermit the Frog. So it's kind of like a weird Christmas fever dream. I promise you, find it. It's on Roku. It's on YouTube. It's out there. I loved it as a kid, and it was absolutely in my annual Christmas special rotation. It's totally worth a watch based solely on Toy Story's similarities alone. I'm telling you, you're going to love it, just based on that. So that's going to wrap up this trip through TV Christmas specials that shaped mine and possibly loads of others' childhoods. This was just really some memorable ones for me. Really hard to choose which ones would go in this episode. So look out for a part 2, like I said, possibly December 2026. But I think we covered some really fun Christmas TV today, really. And weird, by the way. Just fun, weird stuff. From blue mushroom dwellers to lasagna-loving cats and new space toys, misheard reindeer names. These specials weren't just something we watched. They were a part of the season itself. They were a televised countdown to Christmas. The reruns we waited all year to see while we were stringing popcorn on our trees, or we made a mess with the tinsel, the glow of the TV mixed with the glow of the tree while we drank hot cocoa and wrapped gifts. Plus, it was an excuse to stay up just a little too late because, oh, it's a Christmas special, Mom. These are the memories of old school holiday magic that I hope we brought back for you in this episode. Speaking of old school holiday magic, you can find all December on Instagram at BusySignalCast that I'll be posting classic Christmas commercials. So wrap up that follow button for your daily shot of nostalgia. And stay tuned for the next episode of The Busy Signal. I'm bringing my buddy George back to remember another timeless Christmas movie. Last year we covered Ernest Saves Christmas. You can go back in the archives and find that one. It's really fun. And speaking of finding episodes, Apple, Spotify, yeah, you can subscribe there. Spread some holiday cheer and leave a 5-star rating and a positive review. I always appreciate that. Well, I guess that's it for this one. Thanks for hanging out and watching a little Christmas nostalgic TV with me. Catch you later. Once again, I'd like to say thanks for listening. And as always, you can listen to The Busy Signal everywhere quality podcasts are streamed. Hit the subscribe button to have a new episode delivered directly to your favorite device every other Friday. If you really like the show, leave a 5-star rating or a positive review on Apple and Spotify. That lets everybody else know to come check out what you already think is awesome. You can also head over to Instagram and follow the show at BusySignalCast for even more retrostalgic content. I share a good amount of fun stuff that isn't mentioned on the episodes. While you're there, say hi in the comments. Don't be shy. And until next time, remember, reach out and touch the past.
Oh, I hate holidays.